Hi everyone. Yep, another week. I'm trying a different recording, setup here because I feel like this never really catches me because being black, poor lighting, it's getting darker more earlier now. That you can't actually see me recording, but it's fine because you shouldn't really be watching this video. You should just be having it in the background, listening. Because you only see my face, I ain't showing anything special. I definitely ain't editing this video like I've done for like the past 12 or 13 ones. But yeah, driving lesson went good. I do admit I was a bit nervous this driving lesson because I was going to say to my driver instructor, I need to practice going down from third gear to second gear a lot more. And I'm just not good at it. But that also scares me because I hate doing that. But one of the great ways to get over an anxiety about something is to just do that thing and gradually expose yourself to that thing. Obviously gently, but gently, but not, like straight away, but slowly so that you can, get far away from that. But I didn't say that. But maybe I will say next lesson because I did come a bit late. So yeah, started the lesson driving. I do think that's helpful for my anxiety because it just means that I'm just straight in the car. But we did have a bit of a conversation about the different pedestrian crossings, toucan, pelican, something else, penguin, I don't know, controlled, not controlled. And I was like, oh, this is great. So we spent most of the lesson focusing on trying to like observe more when crossing. I was like, because all I've been doing is like, let me look side, cool, no one's there, let me go. And the one time I don't look, there's always someone there. But he taught me today how to like properly observe when there's a crossing coming. So you look at your middle mirror, then you look at the size of the crossing because you might have to stop, and that made sense to me. So I did that a few times. I would say that I did conduct myself well in that. I'm really proud of myself because we were going down a residential road, 20 miles per hour, and there was like a meeting point, and I spotted the car before my driving instructor spotted the car, and I stopped, and he was like, wow, great, well done for observing. I was like, yay, I have eyes. But it's just nice to see that, a few months ago, if I had counted a meeting point like that, I would have froze and just be like, stop the car. But I was just like, oh, there's a car coming, let me just park over here and stop. There was, let me see, I'm trying to see what else. I'm also proud because we're still working on our 3-point turn. So he took me to the dead end and we did the 3-point turn. He did it a couple of times with me and I did it by myself. At the time I did it by myself, he said, oh yeah, that was great, love it. And I was like, yay, I can 3-point turn. Crazy. A few months ago I used to find that maneuver really, really hard, but now I find it like decent. I mean, sometimes I do find it hard to judge whether I made enough of a turn, but maybe just not overthinking it. Because he said really that turn is just to make my life easier. Like if I overturn a little bit, no one's gonna die. So yeah, glad that I've mastered that maneuver. There was a time when we were going into the road and I was on gear 3 and we had to slow down, so I slowed down, went to gear 2 and turned into the road. It was a bit rusty, but it was still okay. I think he said I had great control of the car actually when I did that. It still was overwhelming, but I'm so glad that I still did it. I just more practice, every time I do it I just get a little bit more confident and everything just makes more sense. So it's just a case of keep doing that. I'm mostly driving through the same areas now, but maybe different roads, taking different routes of taking, like going to familiar places. So he might take me on a different route and I'll end up in somewhere that I know. So that's been nice. I think I still need to work on the hesitancy and confidence in my driving and speed. I do think that I have really improved when it comes to giving, gas. I think a few weeks ago he would have said that a lot more, but I think I'm just you know, yeah, getting fast, getting more confident, like building up that speed. Although he does still say it, but I've definitely improved from it. Sorry, I'm having hay fever right now. Can you even have hay fever in September? I don't know, but that's what I'm having right now. So yeah, I just still need to work on being confident, and especially like in roundabouts, like when there's cars on the right side, I feel so anxious about that. I'm like, should I go? Should I not? Like, there was one time when the bus was stopped and the cars were coming, like oncoming traffic was coming. I was like, should I go? I can't see who's coming. I just don't want to like go. And then there's a car there. Like, really, I just, it's anywhere, could go anywhere. But he said I should have gone and been confident. But for me, sometimes being confident can be the same as being stupid, because sometimes I'll be like, okay, I want to be confident, and I'll go without thinking. But then I'll just end up, then on the other hand, I'll end up thinking too much, and then I'll be hesitant, like, I don't know what to do. But I think as I continue driving, I will just reach a middle ground, hopefully. Yeah, and I also realised it's been like almost, well, it's been past a year now, because I think I did my theory at the middle of September. But it's been a year since I did my theory. Crazy times. Time is running out, I was going to say, but yeah, I've still got quite a lot of time on the theory. But yeah, driving lesson was okay, not as bad as I thought. Yes, I was a bit anxious, yes, I was a bit tense, but it's just one of those days, you just go with the flow. Sometimes you're tense, sometimes you're not. You know, you just take it on the chin and you just adapt to how you're feeling that day, really. So yeah, I'm gonna end it here, and yeah, wishing you all the best for any driving lessons that you have this week or have had, and I'll see you next week. Bye.